Hi, my art friends. We are going to be talking about some of the most famous paintings of all time, and this is one of them right here. This is a painting by JMW Turner, okay? And the name of this painting is The Fighting Temeraire, okay? This is one of the greatest paintings in the United Kingdom. Another name for the United Kingdom is Great Britain, or England. In a survey by the National Gallery in London and the BBC, The Fighting Temeraire was voted the best and most famous painting in the entire country. Both the painter and the subject are equally famous. Joseph Mallard William Turner and the Temeraire, which means bold. The warship the Temeraire experienced its moment of glory during the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805, which was fought between the United Kingdom on one side and the Allied natives of France and Spain on the other. The Temeraire came to the assistance of the ship of the British naval commander Lord Nelson when the latter was under heavy fire. Nelson himself was killed by a French rifleman, but the United Kingdom was nonetheless victorious and became the world's leading naval power after this battle. 33 years later, the ancient sailing ship was towed to the Thames, which is the name of a river, the main river in London, by modern steamships to be broken up. Turner depicted the Temeraire as a dignified white and gold of victory rather than the colors with which it had actually been painting. It gleams like an apparition from another world behind the dark little tugboat. Okay, so you can see the tugboat here, and the Temeraire is this like white ship sort of in the background. They're whitish green. Let's look at that painting for a minute. It's quite famous. This may remind you a little bit of Monet. You'll notice that there's a lot of brush strokes. It's a little bit hazy and foggy, not super sharp focus. And he's using colors really to show his emotions. There's some anger and passion in there. There's also some sadness with the use of these dark colors. It's a very famous painting. Let's see what else it has to say. The glowing colors of the setting sun create a magnificent setting to celebrate the Temeraire. The sails are furled. Instead of the victorious Union Jack, a white flag flutters in the breeze, a symbol of surrender. Okay, so you can see right there, there's that white flag of surrender flying. That means that this boat is being decommissioned, and it's almost like it's surrendering to be torn up into different pieces. Did you ever think that a boat could have an emotion like that? It's kind of interesting to think about. In spite of the sadness at the end of the Temeraire, the age of sailing ships, Turner was interested in modern inventions. The smoke and sparks coming from the tugboat's funnel gave him an opportunity to use his special painting technique. Turner applied the oil paint in some cases as a layered glaze, like watercolors, and then he added impastoed, thick brushstrokes of color. And impasto just means that the paint goes on really thick. So if we were to look at this painting from the side, you can see like little bumps of texture in the paint that kind of comes off the canvas in bigger chunks. All right, here's our artist. JMW Turner, born 1775, died 1875. How old does that make him? Makes him 100 years old. The title of this painting is The Fighting Temeraire. It's painted in 1839. It lives in the National Gallery in London, a very famous gallery. The medium, again that means the materials, are oil on canvas, and canvas is a fabric kind of material. The dimensions are 90.7 by 121.6 centimeters, and this style it's using is Romanticism. All right? Romanticism is a period of the style of painting. Sorry, there's a glare there. where emotions were really put down on canvas. So the use of color, the brush strokes, even the bold slashes of the brush give an emotion to the viewer. And it's a romantic view sometimes. Thanks for listening.